everybody, Sarasota Tim. Welcome to Morning Chat 3. I told you I'd crush you this morning. I just realized that when I made that last video, I didn't get into talking about what I was contemplating. And trying to pull this thing up a little bit. When it comes to internet and you don't get good service and you're out remote like I am right now, and I don't have a cell tower close by that's putting out 5G, which I can receive on my 5G phone and my 5G service with Visible. But if there's not a Verizon tower, if there's no towers, you don't get anything. But I am getting something. I'm getting LTE. I guess that's 4G. Maybe not even as good as 4G. But anyway, I'm getting service. So I said, let me go online and see what other alternatives there are. So I've learned two things. One, there's this thing called Starlink that Elon Musk owns through the rocket business. And he's putting out satellites in space 340 miles above the Earth. And right now there's about 2,000. I think their goal is to get 12,000 satellites up there to completely map the Earth. So you can buy this little thing about this big. It has a little kickstand on it. You sit it on the ground. It has a long 50 to 75 foot wire. You can get a longer one. If you plug it inside your home or your RV, there's a router that you plug into that. There's three pieces of equipment. The satellite receiver thing that you put out in the yard or on your roof, the router, and the wire. There's another wire too that goes from that to the router. Anyway, 3 or 4 pieces of nothing. And it's $150 a month. But here's the downsides. After going and scouring over all the YouTube videos, I'm as knowledgeable about it as anybody right now. And the cons are seriously bad cons. Con number one is you got to have electricity to plug in the modem. So if you're boondocking and you want to have internet and you're out in the middle of the Arizona desert and you want internet, you got to have a generator or you got to have a battery and solar power that's going to provide enough watts without running your stuff dead. So how long are you going to want to use it? 24 hours a day? How much is it pulling off of your batteries? You can do it. You can do it. You may only need it to upload a video or to stream a movie or whatever. So that con is not too bad. The biggest con is you have to have a clear view of the open sky in the north, facing north. I'm talking you can't have a twig of a tree anywhere in it. And when it says clear north view, it doesn't mean like, this wide shooting out there. It's talking about 100 degrees of this satellite thing you put on the ground has like a panoramic view. So even though you got it over here and there's some trees over here at your campground or wherever you're boondocking, it can still pick it up. And anything that obstructs the 100 degrees of clear view is going to affect and cause buffering and stop it from working temporarily until it reconnects. And that would be awful. And it's $150 a month. You can turn it off, but you don't get prorated. So if I start using it 2 days into the billing cycle and say, turn it off, they're like, okay, you can use it all the way to the end of the next billing cycle, and then we won't bill you again. So you get a full month, but you don't just pay for 2 days. It doesn't work like that, where they say, oh, okay, we'll stop it today, and you only owe us for 2 days. No, they get their $150. And then, every time you turn it on, even 1 minute, it's $150. And so that's kind of a big con. And then what else was it? The cable. It only goes so far. Now, if I'm in an RV, heck, 10 or 20 feet of it is just trying to get it through a hole or through the slide or a window or something and getting it, from the router to the right outside the camper. If I need to move it several feet or yards away from the camper because I've got trees around me, I'm going to need a lot of cable. So they charge you for extra cable. And they got all these accessories. And and they deprioritize you. They lower the speed. If you're in an area and you're on this plan like for RVs and people that are in their homes are prioritized, they don't get affected, but you get cut down to like 0. So it doesn't always work. And I've had plenty of YouTubers up until even just a month ago that have made videos that have said, it's still good to have as a backup, but it is not something you should rely on. So what everybody's doing is they're spending more than $150 a month. They're doing two things. Now, the second option was go to T-Mobile. I wouldn't cancel my Visible Wireless ever, but you can go to T-Mobile and walk out with this box. It's a what do they call it? An internet box. And it receives whatever signals towers they're using to boost the cell towers. It doesn't work on satellite. It's working off cell towers, and it somehow or another can bring it in. So between your cell phone, T-Mobile, which is $50 a month, and the what's it called, Starlink, which is $150 a month, and $600 for the equipment just to get started, plus $50 shipping, plus the extra cable. And then that box at T-Mobile, you have to buy that. You could spend a lot of money to get internet. So I was, yesterday, I was just watching all these videos, and I didn't make any videos of my own. And that one was trying to upload. When I came home, the one you saw late last night, I started uploading it here around 3 o'clock. It was 9:30 last night before it was uploaded. Ridiculous. Unacceptable. So it had to do with all them different clips I put together, and the high definition, and the maybe it was busy traffic on the internet around here. The towers were busy. I don't know, but it took forever. It was very disconcerting. So I come to find out, though, I'm not getting Starlink. I wouldn't do that deal to find out that it doesn't work good, and I'm paying all that kind of money. I don't have that. So no go on that. I will do one of two things. I will record in 720. Not all my videos are made here in this camper anyway. If I go into town, or pretty much when I'm traveling, unless I go to a desert somewhere in Arizona, I'm in 5G. So that thing that I'm looking at right now, that iPhone that has the built-in router, the one price of $15 a month with my referrals that I've got for a year, and everything else, and it's the best camera in the world and all that, that is what I'm going to continue to use. That is the best thing for me. And if I am here and I make a video like a morning chat video, and it gets to be a long video, I'll just make it a point to go to the gym early, get the shower, heat up, and I'll just go in there where I've got bang out service right in town, just a few miles away, and I'll upload my videos instead of getting cheap on you and sitting here trying to do it in here and dilly-dallying around, taking my time about going to the gym. I'm just kind of getting settled in here, folks. And I'm in no schedule where I have to go in the morning to the gym because I got to get to the office. But now I kind of do, because the office is my YouTube channel. And a lot of people are expecting and want to see and hear about what's going on, because it's your entertainment. It's my fun. It's a monetized channel. It's my fun, though. I love the community. Everybody was reaching out to me last night. Where are you? Are you okay? Just want to make sure you're okay. I mean, really. They weren't saying, a couple were saying, hey, how come you haven't posted? But I was getting emails, texts, people that have my number, and my sister called, are you okay? And that was very, very humbling. And I thank you so much for those that reached out. I tried to answer everybody. Even in the comment section, people were asking. That's the only way they knew they could maybe reach me. And I saw it, and I answered you. So with that being said, I will certainly make it a point to get into town, to keep the videos going. I don't need to buy Starlinks. I don't need to buy T-Mobile boxes. And when I do start traveling, and I get to where there are no cell phone towers, and I can't even go to a coffee shop to find Wi-Fi, then I will consider maybe the Starlink, because I hear the best place for it is out west in the desert, where you don't have any obstructed trees or any forestry or anything like that. So I might consider that then. And things are changing all the time with that Starlink. The prices keep going up. The improvement gets better. There's more satellites going up all the time. So by the time maybe I get there, it'll be good. But the fact of what the devotional said this morning about waking up and thinking about what you got to do, and you wish you had a crystal ball to see how you're going to do it. It says, hold the horses, hold the phone. Let's talk, God says. Let's talk. Come to me, whisper to me. My yoke is easy, my burden is light, or my burden is light, my yoke is easy, however it says it in the Bible. Seek me first. Ask me for your needs. So he's already provided. And I've got 3 videos that are going to be up now this morning, right from the crasher here. And I want to get ready now and start getting busy, because I'm out of here. I'm going down the road, and I'm going to, deal with not having electricity, water other than what I'm going to carry, a sewer connection. I am going to figure this out. I need this learning curve to grow. I've got this beautiful self-contained 2024. I'm going to help you understand if this is something you would like to pursue. And I can also get some tips from you that have been doing it. I mean, if you've been full-timing already, and I watched several people on YouTube, and you've got something to share with me, and a lot of you already have, I'm reading these comments. I'll learn from you. For example, about what I said in the video before, or maybe I said it in this video. I'm making so many I can't remember. Turn that refrigerator off. I've already traveled with it on from Georgia when I bought it, and up here to Jacksonville. And it seems to be working fine, so I haven't done anything to it. But from what I read, you should turn it off, and it stays plenty cold for 4 or 5 hours. Also, can you answer this question for me? The answer that I was able to glean on the internet is, when I'm at shore power and I'm plugged in to 30 amp, do I turn those 2 batteries up on the tongue, my 2 deep cell batteries, off? Or do I leave them on and they constantly, get charged from my solar and the 30 amp and all that? Or does that wear them out? So my neighbor, he said, turn them off. And I said, oh, okay. So I have a kill switch right there. I went and switched them right off. And then I said, well, let me get another opinion. Let me check online. And it said, overwhelmingly, leave them on. Leave them on. It's not going to burn them out or anything. It's good. Your inverter needs to be able to, not do it all through the shore power, something like that. But if you've got the answer on that, please let me know in the comments. Do I leave my batteries on while I'm plugged into shore power? So now I want to leave you with this. Are you ready? Crush it!